Okay, welcome back everyone.
Hello! How are you? I'm going to go hit on some mermaids before we go to the bubble place.
The one you haven't talked to.
The two I haven't.
Oh, ladies.
Ladies.
Mermaids have to be very good at dancing. Why? If 3 of my students return, I will show you our great dance.
I could be one of your students.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa! Are you some sort of half-crab person?
No, I just want to dance.
Dance! My name is Kana. I am one of the Queen's dancers. As a reward for saving us, I will tell you a secret. No armor will protect you against the magma off the volcanic island Durian. You must find a way to stop the volcano.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, naysayer.
That reminds me of, in the earlier videos, you were like, did God, give each living creature in prison some piece of information to withhold from you?
Yeah, there's no reason that they should have this kind of shit. It's literally just just tell me this shit,
How
God.
do you know this? You're a dancer! Why were you at a volcano?
I got ambitious. I wanted to be the hottest thing on Broadway.
I burned off my tail. Whoa!
Whoa. You thought that was me? You thought that was my body underneath the water?
No!
That's actually
just a stump.
Oh!
Bubble!
Bubble,
I
man.
wonder if you weren't wearing the armor, if you'd just slowly be losing. I think you just slowly lose life.
Oh, that would make a lot of
as you
sense.
drown.
Oh, I bet that there's a speedrunner who can do this without the armor. However, unlike speedrunners, I will now start making Mega Man references. Bubble man does everything a bubble can. Pops your cherry, pops it all day, pops everything everywhere.
Oh, I knew we'd get back to the island from some points,
Ooh.
but I didn't realize so soon.
Oh.
Well, there was the monster lair with the apes we didn't get to.
That's
that was
right.
blocked off by the trees.
Trees.
Because we've yet to wipe out all indigenous life.
Yeah, which means that we just haven't finished our job.
Yeah.
Hear that, colonists?
I am doing God's work.
Ow. Well, I mean, if we're copying the colonist strategies, might as well copy their rhetoric.
I really could, every monster on this island I can find a Pokemon equivalent for. There was the Geodude, there was the Goldeen, there was the Pidgey, and that was the Primeape.
Oh my god.
It really was Kanto.
That
One of the 4 mermaid statues.
Then that makes me the Machamp.
Speak up, here's a small voice. I will open the passage for your temple.
What?
Gems! Down in Woman Grave, she said gems. I was just whispering up until that point.
Damn. Oh yeah.
I'll save that for another time.
Man, the designers of this game, if you're still working on stuff, please, just add full capitalization to everything. We would really appreciate it.
Well, I think part of it's, memory limitations, which is why, alright is always one word. Stuff like that.
That would make sense.
The occasional weird grammar.
Yeah, when I was modifying Mega Man, I noticed the same problem, where there was just some stuff that was really hard to mod, just because of how the things were stored.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite ROM hacks that I've talked about is playing the one for Final Fantasy VI. They had to, fit things in within certain character widths when they were editing.
Yeah.
And, use memory from other things that were devoted to text to try and get enough for certain features they were trying to enable in the hack. It's that kind of limitations. Which is always, again, limitations create art. It's always interesting to see, innovation is the result of limitations, and some of the most interesting game mechanics or, innovations in design have come out of restrictions and limitations from things like hardware and memory.
Oh yeah, when I'm doing art professionally or unprofessionally, I usually look for limitations.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I design characters the same way. When I'm role playing, I look for what the weaknesses or what limitations can have for my character first, because that's an instant source of conflict and an instant source of fun. Probably one of the most fun characters I ever played was a complete asshole named Centurion, and I looked at the Mutants and Masterminds book, and I went up to my GM and said, "Can I take every flaw?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You're not going to get points for all of them." And I'm like, "I don't need points for all of them. Can I take them?" And he's like, Okay.
Yeah, one of my favorite classes, game design classes in college, it was for each prototype, they gave us a certain number, it was just a rapid prototyping class, and for each one they gave us a certain number of rules. Huh. Did you hit a dead end? I wonder if we need to go back to the statue to be able to overcome those fishes.
We probably need to...
Fish plaques.
We probably need to overcome the fish plaques. If I can't get by...
No.
Because
there's no other way to go.
I'm mad now.
Harumph! You've been this way.
Yeah, this is the way back.
No. It's the way to the island.
Oh. Of course, the way back was between the pillars.
Yep.
The pillars of majesty.
The pillars that take you to the shrine, which was how we got here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, like, I was going good for an episode now.
Yeah. You made it through one episode.
Hey, Stumpy McGee.
No, that's not Stumpy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Her name's Cap. Kappa was Stumpy.
That's right. She actually gave me
one of the dancers.
I
will open a passage for you. Proceed right along the seabed to the shore reef rockbird.
Thanks. Really good of you to do that now. Now that I'm not there.
And all the way back. That was kind of lame, honestly.
You know, I realized something about this series.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have to edit much, but I might edit that. Like, everything that we're saying, we can edit, like, fun things to, but I won't have to do the cuts that I did in VVVVV every episode when I died.
Yeah.
So we might actually want to do easier stuff, unless people want to see us cut, or, like, want to see us die a lot. Obviously, I'm not going to do that for a lot of episodes, because there's just too much death, but... like, fun story-driven games, I think those could be the way to go.
Well, I know we've talked about doing, like, the problem is that there's, some of the RPGs that I want us to play, there will just be a lot of, unless we're saying something interesting, a lot of dead time going through dungeons during normal JRPG battles.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We can always grind off screen, but it's that kind of thing. Like, because as much as I want to show Lufia, like, there'll probably be points where it's like, how much can we say about this random battle?
Ooh, why don't we watch this? Why don't we try and speedrun it? That way there's actually, like, a point to it. Like, almost every RPG speedrun that I've seen involves manipulation of the game in some way.
Can you speedrun while still appreciating the story, or are we going to try and speedrun all non-story aspects?
Oh, no, we appreciate the story. Like, when I'm saying pay attention to the speedrun, I mean, like, copy those strategies to get, and manipulations
to
get through faster.
I can see
but,
that.
like, I don't want to skip cutscenes. Like, that's not the point of this. The point of that would just be to keep playing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that way we
Make
don't
it
even
more interesting for the audience.
Yeah, that way we wouldn't even we could talk about like speedrun stuff that we figured out on the fly. Like it'd be great. Like
Imagine how
imagine
much it'd be, like, we should definitely consider that for other games. I'm not sure how much. Ooh, a shortcut. I'm not sure how much that would work for Lufia 1 and 2.
Okay.
Well, just because Lufia 1's just a pretty standard JRPG, and it's not one of the ones. When I talk about it as like my example of ultimate vanilla JRPG, I mean that in the sense like there's no
No redeeming feature?
No, there's no like customization. Like your party's largely fixed, and the characters grow according to how they're designed per level. You can control their equipment, but that's about it. You don't like choose talents or invest points each time. You don't customize them like in higher level. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I still stand by. I think it's an excellent game. That's why I say it's like the pinnacle of what a vanilla JRPG looks like. Ooh. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because in that vein, I'm not sure how much there is that you can do to modify things when you don't have that level of control over characters. For speedrun purposes.
Well, we could play a mod of it.
Yes, we could. I know of at least one ROM hack, but I think it was a difficulty mod.
Ooh. In that case,
some difficulty mods are fun, but it's like I would probably want to test them first because I've played a couple of difficulty mods. I love the little detail that they added when you remove the water and the fish flop around.
That just makes it so satisfying. Like, even if I didn't have a murderous rampage against these evil fish, I would still appreciate this amount of detail. However, since I do, I just love it.
Well, it's like for me, that level of detail is what makes this a hidden gem. Is that it's really just there's a lot of quality to it, even though it might seem on the surface shallow compared to later Super Nintendo games or current generation. There's a lot going on in this.
For the record, speaking of a lot going on, I'm noticing how well it's guiding me. Like, before I was lost, but I was having a really sleepy day that day. Today I'm really noticing how it's guiding me and how I intuitively understand where to go next.
Yeah, with how the reveals go with each monster lair.
Yes.
Yes, that is an excellent point. That level of design I also really appreciate from this.
Yeah, and this time I'm actually leveling up, I think on the way that I'm supposed to, because I'm pressing forward and I'm nearly dead right at the time that I level up and heal.
Yeah.
I actually feel like I'm doing something clever with the amount that I'm just pressing forward.
Yeah, because the level ups, because it's the monster layers, and the monsters don't respawn if you beat the layer, they've actually somewhat fairly timed when they expect you to level up in the dungeons.
Yeah, and they're doing it really well.
it's just really excellent basic design. And like when talking about design, a lot of people sometimes get caught up in the more complex systems. But again, one of the reasons I want to talk about is just how well done, straightforward, simple design can be in something as simple as just the positioning systems and the crab walk and that. What's really just a simple combat that's just done very well.
Yeah, like I actually really like games that take a simple concept and like push it to the limit, like Dino Run that we already played.
Yeah, and VVVV I think is another great example of that.
Yes, the games that I'm most appreciating now are actually like double A games. Things like Bastion or oh god, what was the fantasy one? The one that had like 70s vibe.
70s vibe?
The one that was the music had a 70s vibe.
Pyre?
Pyre, that's the one.
Okay, I was like, are you still talking about Supergiants would help?
Yeah.
Or Transistor.
Transistor is excellent too.
Everything Supergiant does is excellent. Yeah. Pyre is fantastic, by the way, people. Go play Pyre.
Yeah, seriously. Like, what are you doing watching us? We should be playing Pyre. Why aren't we playing a game of Pyre? Pyre's next?
We could. That would probably be, maybe after we finish Superhawk.
That works for me.
Have you played Pyre?
I have not played Pyre.
Okay, then yeah. I've played it, so we want you to play it.
Yeah, I've only watched people play. So that I would love to play.
Don't forget to talk to the thing. It might not return you home, but it still might give you expa!
I am watching over the world! Here! Take this.
Expa! Called it.
Would you like to return
Just say no.
Stay. Visit me again when you're ready.
Wow, those fairies are very different.
Ignore me!
Oh, well, I got sidetracked, but I was watching some of the earlier episodes, and you, when it was still the first level, we were talking about how nice the art is, but you pointed out how much assets are being reused. But that was just because we haven't gotten to other dungeons yet.
I completely retract that statement. I think that I was being finicky and a jerk. I'm noticing, like, I was paying attention to, like, the dithering, or, not dithering, the tiling here. Like, the grass could be slightly different, or, like, I was comparing it to, Seiken Densetsu 3, where I thought that there were so many unique assets.
But again, then you're comparing it to literally one of the last games on the Super Nintendo versus one of the first.
It was a completely unfair comparison. I think that this is fine. I completely retract that statement. This is a lovely amount of variety.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it changes up between... Like, if it was just within just that first dungeon, I would agree, but there's 7 dungeons, and they've obviously really mixed up enemy type and tiles, and fairly detailed tiles and objects throughout. So I think...
Rocks! Sorry.
It would have been valid if the game stayed just like the first dungeon, but they mix it up so much between each one. Which I didn't remember at the time until we got to the second and here the third dungeons.
For the record, the amount of space conserved and the evil magma mouth in that thing is just lovely.
That's always one of the things I love about good sprite work, is how much can be conveyed with very little.
Yeah. All my sprite work has unfortunately been very gaudy, which I guess means that I'm not a very good sprite artist, but...
Oh, it just means you're a huge fan of the architect from the village.
Oh...
Callback!
That was good. Yeah. I actually was so impressed that I didn't have a callback of my own. I was literally just like, that was good.
I forgot about that. There's up there.
I don't believe you. Oh, this reminds me of a Go board. I don't know why, but this little pattern right here reminds me of like playing a game of Go.
No, I think that's...
Which is why I'm now taking your liberties. You sons of bitches.
Oh
God.
I was just about to...
My liberties are gone. I'm surrounded.
Oh, nice use of magic.
Thank you.
I bet you can't.
Gems!
I bet you can't reach that though until you get one of the others.
Probably not until I get all 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet that.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
Probably.
One thing magic is useful for is staying safe.
Yeah, which is why it's a limited resource.
Oh God, no! Wait, why do I? Oh no! I think I can take one more. No, I don't. I'm super not gonna.
Not that.
Leaves.
Leaves. Quotation marks.
Totally not bones.
Yep, totally not
bones. Really
I'll need to look that up, but that's just like, I would be honestly very surprised.
Hang on, let's look at how different it looks compared to the other sprite works. This compared to this. Same sort of leaf.
Yeah.
Is it different enough? I don't think so. I could, because things like this exist.
Yeah.
I just think that the medical orb could have like a slightly different green. I think it was like I just think it's just okay.
How about, and after this we do next time?
Oh, after this we do next time?
Yeah,
okay.
because the timer ran out. And I was about to end it, but then all of a sudden 4 monster generators appeared.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. We can go with 15. Let's count our time is a minimum.
Well, that's how I'm doing it. That's what I was looking at. Another mermaid statue.
Oh, they look cute.
I will hope that master return to me.
Okay.
Return to me!
Sounds cool.
That's probably the other statue for the cave.
Alright. Mr. Fish. I like you, Mr. Fish.
Roasted fish.
I like you, mister. I don't use these gems often enough. I just want to burn the world and you.
I can't wait till you get a better... I know there are better spells. I remember not liking the fireball very much.
Yeah.
Well, just because with the positioning, it's nice that it circles around you. You made some good comments about it in the first playthrough about how that's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah.
But when you're moving yourself so much...
Angelfish! I hope it actually looks like an... Oh.
It does. It's the shape right. I have the power to stop the magna ring. I will help you if you return to me.
Okay.
Return to me!
I was hoping that it would actually have, like, angel wings. When I think angelfish, I think of fish that's actually an angel. Screw you, not angelfish.
Screw you, not devilfish. Not right. Satan, my Lord and Savior Satan.
Not Satan. Satan dance. Totally not worshipping Satan. Dance romance. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.